talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, my rent costs $2,100. Could you pay that?
Nah.
Okay, so I was dating somebody for, I don't know, a month or something. He started calling me his girlfriend, so that made me obligated to have to break up with him formally instead of just like letting things die off, which is what's supposed to happen when things just aren't working out, which they clearly weren't. But anyways, I broke up with him a couple weeks ago, and last week he hit me up like, hey, can I see you this week? And I'm like, I have to pay for a babysitter and they're kind of expensive. Like, hello, like, he goes, oh, that's a bummer. Dude, you live in a $2.3 million house. You're a freaking doctor. Like, if you want me to come over or go out with you and you think that, like, it's free, the least that you can do is pay for a freaking babysitter. Venmo me $50. Men are just trash these days. Absolute trash.
Why is there so much entitlement nowadays? What makes you think you deserve that? He's not entitled to your time, your money, or your body. So why are you entitled to his money, his time, or his body? It doesn't make any sense. This woman, if she keeps this mentality, you know what's going to happen in the future. And more, you see a lot of them telling on themselves and speaking the truth. It's getting harder and harder to find a nice companion who you can spend the rest of your life with as a man now. It's getting so difficult. My suggestion is go to small towns and the countryside. Because social media is ruining everything, honestly. That's a big thing. As a man, it's important to have small goals. Having small goals that are easy to accomplish will build up to the bigger goals you want in your life. So instead of having the huge goal of losing weight, a good thing is having a goal of going to the gym for that day or eating healthy for one day, and take it as one step at a time and grow yourself so you become the best man you can be. Because once you're the best man you can be, the world is your oyster.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, right there.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
I want to ride the storm?
We can beam them as soon as they go up here, man.
I don't have a mask.
Yeah.
They're gonna be over there. Alright, we gotta go down.
I see him.
Bye, babe.
Alright, I see you, man.
I love you.
Love you too. Look at you, hey.
Yeah, guys. They talk about their problems and they put them online all the time for the whole world to see because they make money off the drama, which is a terrible way to live. To each their own, but I couldn't have all my info out there just to make some money off a relationship that's toxic like this. But hey, at least Offset's getting what he wants, right? Yo, that kid had the eyes of a war veteran. Oh my god. It's not looking good for him. It's really not. That kid is going to be in trouble. I'm gonna pray for him because that's not going to be an easy childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I see it as a business opportunity. You got a whole nother monitor to run your OnlyFans on. You already ran through.
If you don't want him to have multiple monitors in his room, what do you want him to have? Do you want him to sit in an empty room on a dirty mattress with nothing at all in this room? Generally, I don't understand what's wrong with having a multiple monitor set up in your room. Ma'am, if you have a problem with computers, that's not a him problem, that's a you problem.
Cheating, bro. Cheat. 100%. You cheating, nigga? Always. You cheating, nigga? 100%, bro. Let me say something inspirational. Tomorrow's never promised. Cheat on your girlfriend today. City boy! City boy!
Sensational.
Yo, we got a couple of young futures in the making. Sensational. If Michael B. Jordan, one of the best looking men in the world, can't hold down a woman, then what does that mean for the rest of us? We're doomed. It's over. I don't get why people get in relationships when they know they're not ready. You shouldn't have been in an official relationship then. And in the future, once you do decide to be in a relationship, it's going to be a lot harder because you're going to be a lot older and a lot less valuable in the marketplace. But people are just falling into this hedonistic lifestyle of just wanting to have pleasure over and over again. They're addicted to the pleasure. They don't care about love. Pleasure makes you feel good. Love is something you stick with a person forever.
I'm really tired of hearing this. So, for the people in the back,
To the gentlemen who say they want a thick girl with a nice butt, flat stomach, and a nice pair of tatas, I got one thing to say to you, Chad. We've heard it all before. Again, for the people in
She don't have any of that.
the back. This is not Build a Bitch Workshop. You get what you get and you shut the hell up.
No. No. Women always say, I don't want to settle, I don't have to settle, so why should men settle? Just get what you want, and if it's not that, then just be by yourself until you get it. This isn't kindergarten.
I'm sitting at a little bar top setting, so I'm next to these two women, not trying to listen, not trying to pry or snoop into their conversation, but I can't help and hear that they are just absolutely bashing the guys they're dating. I'm talking, complaining about everything, tearing into them, making them seem like horrible people. And I'm thinking to myself, is this what women do? Is this how you guys bond? Do you guys sit there and just bash each other's boyfriends, husbands, significant others to your girls? Because I can't think of a time where I've ever been sitting around with my boys and we just rip into the girls we're dating. That's just not what we do. Maybe I'm wrong. But I want to say, loyalty doesn't just mean not sleeping or talking to another guy or girl. It means having each other's back, always.
Yeah, man, men don't gossip. That's a very feminine trait. I've noticed this. So many of my friends who are women always do this. They always talk behind the back of other women behind their backs. That's really sick and conniving. That's really sick. I don't know why they do that. I think they think it's fun. That's why a lot of women who do that end up alone, because they're just fake people. Just because you're not cheating on them doesn't mean you're being a good spouse. If you go behind their back, talk crap about them, and gossip, sooner or later you're gonna find out. Because if you can't respect someone, then why are you in a relationship with them? City boys be up. Honestly, if this is the girl you want to marry, I suggest don't be toxic. If this is a girl you're just messing around with, sure, be toxic, why not? I don't think being toxic is really worth your time. Yeah, it can be kind of fun in the short term. It just causes nothing but turmoil in your life.
Can you sing happy birthday to me?
No. Can we all blow it out? We're going to sing happy birthday to Daddy's girlfriend, Kelly. Because he messaged her happy birthday on Facebook. Mommy went through his phone. So she must be like family, so we're all going to sing to her. You ready?
Oh my God, Mom, I'm crying.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
You know what I thought you were about to do?
to you.
I think you're about to tell me you're pregnant or something. There's like a... I was about to die.
Happy birthday to you and many more. All right, Eric, you can blow her. Good job. You want to lick the icing?
You are sick.
I'll lick the icing.
Mom, you are a sick human being.
If that were me, I'd divorce as soon as possible, get my own place, and be in peace, because it's not worth all that headache. It seems like he wants to stay for the kids. But what's better? Have two parents in a dysfunctional household, or have a different parent in two different households that are much more peaceful?
A woman gonna wait till she have a kid and is on the next half of her life before she give a like Russell Wilson a chance. When a chick start getting bad in high school, she fucks all the drug dealers, get trains ran on her by the football team. She wants to be with the lit niggas. In her early 20s, she's only fucking the niggas who she sees with the shit. She still like drug dealers, she like scammers, all of that. It ain't until she turned 30 something, she started thinking, well, all of them fucked me over, let me try a good guy. The good guy always gets the scraps. You think Sierra would have wanted a fucking Russell Wilson when she was on her future way? No. She probably told her girls like, yeah, I would have given the pussy, but I think it's corny. Unfortunately, these girls gotta get hurt for them to want a corny money.
It's the sad truth. DJ Academics knows that he's a high value man. Is this like entertaining to a lot of women? Do they find this fun? For some reason, they just can't get enough of the toxic futures. Like, don't you just want peace in your life? I think that's a big difference between men and women. Most men just want peace. That's really all they really want. And of course, a lot of women want peace too. But from what we can see from the results, a lot of women love turmoil. They love that. With all that turmoil, you're not gonna live long.
Because you don't look like the type of guy that can provide the things that I want from a relationship.
I ain't gonna say
I mean, what can I say? Literally on another planet, the level of delusion is on another stratosphere, another solar system, another planet.
So it's like, some of y'all be so bothered when a woman chooses that she doesn't want to be a wife.
The problem is that you're getting into a relationship and wasting people's time. You can do what you want, and you can live the life you want to live, but don't try to get in a relationship and try to lead people on, do all this stuff, and then just switch later after people have caught feelings and feel for each other. And the big problem is that a lot of women who do this, when they reach their 40s and 50s, feel depressed and alone because they can't settle down. Because it's a lot harder to settle down at that age. But you gotta understand, you made that decision to enjoy your life. So those are the consequences you get.
Don't voice their feelings because half the time they end up upsetting their woman when they do.
Here's the thing, guys. For this situation, I don't think it's too bad to express your feelings to your significant other. But just don't start crying your eyes out and start rolling on the floor and going crazy, all this stuff. It's okay to calmly and manly express how you feel. That's totally fine. But to sit around and start crying on the floor, stuff like that, I don't think that's healthy for your significant other to see. Some women don't really mind, some women like it, some women don't. And it's important to find someone who you can be with who really appreciates you being honest, no matter how you act. And this is why you stay off the internet and Twitter. Because people be saying the most outlandish things, the most double standard, terrible things, and don't get checked for it. So in their mind, they think it's right and it's okay. So people who think this way are honestly so far gone, just stay away from them. It's not even worth bringing them back to reality.
This tweet reads, "While I don't want men to completely avoid it, seeing a man cry does turn me off." Reading that reminded me of a passage I read in The Will to Change by Bell Hooks. Most women do not want to deal with male pain if it interferes with the satisfaction of female desire. Now, I don't know if this is most women, but I think it is important to realize that we've been propagandized with expectations on both sides that are unrealistic to maintain for a healthy relationship, and we should inspect our desires sometime to see whether or not they're actually bringing us what we want.
Amen. These standards and these expectations are very toxic for both genders. The problem is no one wants to talk about how it affects men. And you can see a lot of women tell on themselves and they tell the truth. The fact that they don't like seeing men who are too emotional. It's okay to be a little emotional. You're a human and you're not a robot. Well, like I said, don't sit around and start crying on the floor, going crazy. Hey, my boy leveled up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Bro, her face was, oh my God.